Hello, my name is Chen. Today I'm going to present the workshop number 6, the online paying estimator. An online estimator is intended to provide the user with the approximate amount of paying products and costs needed for a project. So for the online paying estimator, I have designed the user journey with 4 parts. The first one, the user to input information to calculate area to be painted. And the second part, we will calculate how many cans required for each paint. And the third part will be to calculate the cost according to the can required. And the fourth part will be display the result to user. In the first part, the system will provide multiple options for the user for calculation. 1. Wall. 2nd. Ceiling. Number 3. Door. 4. Window. 5. Done. If user choose 1, the system will ask the user to input the length and height of the wall and store them in length and height. And then the size of the wall will be calculated by the length multiple height and then added to the area. And then go back to the option. If there are more than one wall, the user can choose 1 multiple times. If user choose 2, the system will ask user to input the length and width of the ceiling and then store them. Then the size of the ceiling will be calculated by the length multiple the width and added to the area, and then go back to the option. If the user choose 3, the system will ask the user to input the width and height of door, and then the number input will be stored. The size of the door will be calculated by the length multiple the height, and then added to the opening area, and then go back to the option. If there are more than one door, the user can choose 3 again. If user choose 4, the system will ask the user to input length and width of windows, and then store the numbers in length and width. Then the windows size will be calculated by the length multiple width, and then will be added to the opening area, and then go back to the option. If the user choose 5, the area to be painted will be calculated by area minus opening area. And then we get the paint area, which is the area needed to be painted. If the user input anything other than 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, it will display choose correct option, and then go back to the option again. With the area to be painted calculated, we can start to calculate how many cans required for each paint. For the base coat paint, the unit cost of base paint is $40.75. So we display how many base coat do you want to apply, and also the recommendation. 2 coats are suggested for the best result. And then the user input the number of how many coats they want, and then store the number in a base coat choice. If the user chooses 0 coat, it will display 3 coats of finishing paint recommended, and if user chooses 1 coat, it will display 2 coats of finishing paints recommended. If user chooses 2 or more coats, it will display 1 coat of finishing paint recommended. And now we are able to calculate how many base paint can required. So we will have the paint area divided by 12 and multiple base coat choice, and then the result will be round up. Then we get the base cans. The base can is the quantity of base paint can required. To calculate the finishing coat paints, the unit cost of finishing paints is $47.75. It will display how many finishing coats do you want to apply, and then user type in a number, and the number will be stored in finish coat choice. So the quantity of finishing paint can required will be paint area divided by 15, and then multiple finish coat choice, and the result will be round up. Then we get the finish can, which is the quantity of finishing paint can required. Now we are going to calculate the cost of paint cans. For the base paint cans, we know that the unit cost will be $40.75 per can. So the total cost of base paint is the quantity of base paint can required multiple $40.75. And for finishing paint cans, the total cost will be the quantity of finishing paint can required multiple $47.75, which is the unit cost, and then add both the costs into subtotal. With the subtotal number, now we can calculate the HST. As the HST rate in Ontario is 13%, so the tax will be 13% of the subtotal. And then we calculate the total. It is a subtotal plus the tax. The last section will be displaying the result to user. So in the screen, it will display the total area needed to be painted, and the total base paint can required, the total finishing paint can required, and the estimate subtotal cost for the paint, and as well as the tax. And the last one would be the total estimate cost. Thank you very much.